Hello everyone, and welcome to the GT Boxing channel. Gervonta "Tank" Davis is one of the most talked about figures in modern boxing. His name has long sparked debate. Is he truly a ring genius and top-tier fighter? Or is he simply the product of smart promotion, carefully avoiding dangerous opponents while focusing on commercial appeal? At first glance, the stats speak for themselves. Dozens of wins with 0 losses, the vast majority by knockout, and multiple championship belts across different weight classes. But boxing isn't just about the numbers in the W/L column. It's also about context, the quality of opponents, the way a career is built, and the legacy left behind. And it's in this context that Davis raises the most questions. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new videos. Let's get started. The facts are straightforward. Davis has won titles in 3 divisions. He first made a major splash in 2017 with his victory over Jose Pedraza, capturing the IBF title. That win elevated him from a promising prospect to a bona fide champion. He later added other belts, establishing himself in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions. He remains undefeated, and his knockout percentage exceeds 90%, a rarity in today's sport. These stats underscore that we're looking at a fighter with extraordinary power and a rare ability to end fights early. But raw numbers and titles are just the tip of the iceberg. What truly earns Davis the admiration of fans and media alike is his entertainment value. He knows how to put on a show and deliver exactly what fans pay to see. His nickname, Tank, reflects not just his physical strength, but also his fighting style. He relentlessly moves forward, pressures his opponents, waits for the right moment, and explodes with a knockout punch. That's why fans love him, and why he draws massive pay-per-view audiences. Take his fight with Ryan Garcia, for example. The bout generated over 1 million PPV buys and became one of the biggest boxing events in recent years. Importantly, this wasn't just a win in the ring. It was a market victory, tens of millions in revenue, endless social media chatter, and headlines that reached beyond sports media. In that moment, Davis cemented himself not just as a champion, but as a business star around whom an industry revolves. However, it's precisely this commercial success that sparks the most debate. His career trajectory increasingly resembles that of Floyd Mayweather, who also served as his mentor, minimizing sporting risk while maximizing profits. Unlike many great champions of the past, who pursued the best versus the best path, Davis tends to select opponents who guarantee hype, ticket sales, and media attention. That's not to say his opponents were weak, far from it. Wins over Pedraza, Santa Cruz, and Garcia are impressive. But there remains a lingering question. Where are the fights that would definitively prove he's the best of his generation? In this context, names like Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez frequently come up. All represent the elite of the lightweight division, and none have faced Davis in the ring. Every unmade fight becomes ammunition for critics, who argue that Tank deliberately avoids dangerous styles and opponents who could genuinely challenge him. Still, there's no denying that when he steps into the ring, fans get a show. His 2020 fight with Leo Santa Cruz was a gift to boxing enthusiasts. In the 6th round, Tank landed a left uppercut that remains in highlight reels as one of the decade's best knockouts. It was a moment that convinced viewers this wasn't just a promising prospect or an overhyped fighter. It was a world-class knockout artist. Yet, some bouts have raised doubts. The clearest example is his fight with Isaac Cruz. Many expected an easy win for Davis, but the fight unfolded differently. Cruz proved not only resilient, but also tenacious, forcing a tough battle that went the distance. Tank won by decision, but the fight showed that his invincibility is a myth. Moreover, it sparked discussion that against a more technically skilled and durable opponent, Davis could face serious challenges. The Lamont Roach fight deserves special attention. It ended in a controversial draw, but a key moment occurred in the 9th round. Davis went down on one knee after a punch, yet the referee did not score it as a knockdown. This incident sparked heated debate. Some argued it was a mistake and that Roach should have won under normal circumstances. Others insisted the moment was debatable and didn't merit a review. Either way, the fight served as a reminder. Even undefeated stars are vulnerable to chance and human error. Another crucial aspect of Davis's profile is his ongoing run-ins with the law. Car accidents, allegations of violence, arrests, these headlines regularly accompany his name. For some, this adds edge to his persona, casting him as boxing's bad boy. For others, it tarnishes his image, preventing him from being seen as a true role model. If Floyd could turn notoriety into sales, Davis is still walking a fine line. He doesn't always control his public image, and sometimes his personal life impacts his reputation more than any opponent ever could in the ring. The question of legacy remains open. From a purely sporting standpoint, Davis has already made history. 3 divisions, high-profile wins, and a status as a knockout artist. But compared to classic champions who face the best without fear of risk, his career still feels incomplete. On the other hand, by modern standards, where boxing has long merged with show business, he is one of the era's leaders. Davis's path is that of a businessman in gloves. He doesn't build his career like the legends of the past. He builds it according to the market. His model is to be not just a champion, but a brand that generates revenue and attention. In that sense, the comparison to Floyd Mayweather is entirely apt. Davis has adopted the philosophy of minimal risk, maximum profit. And even if this draws criticism, the numbers speak for themselves. He fills arenas, sells PPV, and brings millions to the industry. So, who is Gervonta Davis? From a traditional sports perspective, the story is still unfinished. He has much to prove if he wants to be counted among the undisputed legends. But if we view him as a product of the modern boxing era, where success is measured not only in belts but also in box office numbers, he is already one of the key figures of his time. He is not fake. His punches are real. His knockouts are genuine. His titles legitimate. Yet he is not the absolute top in the classical sense. He is a symbol of how sport and show business intertwine in the 21st century. The bottom line is simple. Gervonta Davis is not just a boxer. He is a brand. His legacy will be measured not only in fights, but in his ability to earn, gather an audience, and turn every ring appearance into an event. He may never prove he's superior to all his contemporaries, but he has already shown he can win where modern sport demands not only strength, but also commercial savvy. What do you think? Is Davis a true top-tier fighter? Or is he, after all, a hype-driven athlete who hasn't achieved real greatness in the sport? Share your thoughts in the comments. That's it for today. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our exclusive new videos. See you next time.